How's everybody doing tonight? We have several Variegate members on. I see Robbie, I see Sean, I see Mike. We also have our special guest in the house, Rocket Fi, as well, which I'm assuming is Adam. I'll send you the invite to speak. But most importantly, tonight we do have Kiss My Ass Coin. So typically I'm usually saying Kiss Ass the Mic, but I'm going to be saying it multiple times tonight because it's a name of the our special guest that we have on tonight. So Vicky, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty well. I was just sitting here jamming. I figured since we were having you guys on tonight, I'd pull up some of my favorite songs about ass, and some of the first things that came to mind, was "Shake Your Ass" by Mystical. That's a classic. Kind of starting to show my age a little bit there. Probably the thong song. I thought about pulling out some of the new stuff, but I was liking the vibes of some of the classics. I don't know how old you are, but no, we're doing well. Mike, you on as well? Adam?
I'm here, man. I'm here, loving your musical choices tonight. Yes,
You approve of the
little insight into your personal song choice.
That's something Josh listens to on the daily. What's going on, Josh?
Yeah, I just pulled up like top listened to songs for 2022, and both of those were like 3 and 6. So yeah, I'm not embarrassed. You're embarrassed. So
I can see timing wise, there's some other stuff brewing with the blockbuster stuff. So Astro may or may not be in here, from what I can tell with that. But we'll make the most of it anyway. And obviously, Vicky is more than capable of presenting without him. So I'm not going to stress that.
Yeah, no, we can carry on.
yeah, I think they've got a space open, and it's just open, saying like we might launch, we might not launch, or launch lookout or something. But there's like 400 people in there, so I honestly wasn't in there, but apparently that may be soaking up some of our listeners tonight. But regardless, we are recording this. We will have it posted on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, really, on our website, really anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast. So we'll be excited to get that live, and we have had a lot of success with people coming back and listening. Sorry, my dog's barking around my window, but we've had a lot of success of people coming back and listening to the recording. So excited to hear about your project. You've really been, honestly, Vicky, a great community member for Variegate. You've been hopping in the chat, saying hey to people joining, and networking with us. And I know you've probably talked. This is Josh, actually. You've probably been in chat with Mike, and I don't know if you've chatted with Adam with RocketFi much, or Robbie, or some of the others, but you've been a great community member for us, and we enjoy having you around. So I'm excited to hear about the project, its origins, your team, tokenomics, goals, and all that good stuff. Before we get into the weeds, do just want to say welcome to everybody being on the call tonight. Thanks to Adam for joining us. Maybe he can do a little co-hosting with me here, and most importantly, thank you, Vicky, for being on. It's my understanding you're in a complete different part of the world than some of us are in. So, some of us are in the Eastern time zone, Central time zone. Where exactly are you located?
So I'm located in South Africa. I'm not from South Africa. I'm actually from Italy, but I live in South Africa. So I'm on the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah, you say you're from Italy and live in South Africa. Then I'm saying,
Yeah.
well, I just live in Central Kentucky. It doesn't sound nearly as exotic.
Yeah, a lot of people get it wrong, but they figured me out from my accent, especially when I spoke to the Australians and the guys from New Zealand. They were all trying to figure out who is this Vicky, where is she from? And when I spoke to the guys from Australia, they were like, no, she's South African. Dead giveaway. So I live in South Africa, but I'm not South African. But obviously you pick up the accent as life goes on.
Yeah, so how is it living there? How is being in South Africa? I know that's probably a weird question, but I find that very interesting. I'm sure some of the other folks do as well.
I can assure you we don't have lines in the street. Neither do we have giraffes in the street. That I can assure you. So a lot of people make jokes about things like that. It's a very natural environment. So like there's a lot of nature around us, but there's also your urban town, your urban cities like Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, your central hubs. And yeah, I love it here. Would I ever go back to Italy? No. I have a beautiful lifestyle here. I cannot complain. Um, People are great. People are friendly. It's very different from all over the world. It's a very relaxed environment. Let's put it that way. Very relaxed. But there's also career-minded people like myself that push for the next level. It's never enough. So we always want more. But South Africa it's a very warm country overall. I mean, I hear people complaining about terrible weather, cold, rain, everywhere else. And I'm basically warm right through the year. So it's one of the things that we're blessed about is the weather that we have down here. We don't have to worry about tornadoes and all those other horrible things, that unfortunately you suffer in America. But yeah. So it's a beautiful country. If you ever get the opportunity to come and visit, do so. If you've never experienced nature and you really want to experience nature firsthand, like close by to animals, I can give you some good pointers where to go.
Well, I mean, that would definitely be something that's on a bucket list, and hopefully these next couple of years of working hard and grinding and even being in DeFi and crypto in general will give a lot of us or myself the opportunity to do that. And I truly understand, sometimes you do have to call time out and look around and see where you're at and what you've got relative to people, to other people, relative. There's somebody out there that, and I'm speaking to everybody that wishes they had the life that you had. But it's not necessarily a bad thing to have that trait as well of always just wanting to do better or be better or want more. But it is good to call time out and just sit down and say, where am I at? And look around. And, I try to do that every now and then, but then I'm back to the grind. So no, I truly, feel you when you say that. Um, I I just got done mowing, and then I was looking at my yard, my house, and I was like, man, you have a nice house. But then I'm back on the grind. Like, yeah, but I want something nicer. I want something bigger. I want something better for my family. So definitely understand that. And yeah, South Florida definitely. It's interesting. Sounds exotic to me.
Africa.
Or what I say.
You said Florida. Yeah, U.S. on the brain.
Florida. Yeah, South Florida. Yeah, not quite South Africa, but yeah, South Africa. Definitely sounds exotic, and that's extremely interesting, and definitely looking forward to networking with you over a couple of months and learning more about the lifestyle and how it is down there. So I would like to transition now to another exotic lifestyle in Texas. Adam, how's the exotic area of Texas where you're at?
I don't know if you'd call it exotic. I mean, we finally got rain for the past 4 days now, so it's a little greener around here now. It's kind of cooled off. It's hanging around in the 80s, so it's not too bad. A little humid, but that's about the update on the exotic of Texas.
Yeah, we've got South Africa, we've got Texas, we've got AstroPAMP. Here you would want to live or stay or be around. Those are three good locations.
Oh, you're asking me where I would want to live?
No, I was just kind of bullshitting with you.
I want to live in a Motel 6 with the Variegate crew. Just no judgments, just a couple six packs and just some rowdy guys exploring life.
I have a feeling there's no Motel 6s in South Africa, so I can kind of take that on somewhere else. I don't know. You two and Donald, I don't know what y'all are doing, but we can leave it at that.
If you come to South Africa, we can stay at the Hilton.
That might be too classy for them.
That's probably a little too classy. I don't know how long they would walk in the door, and then you would just get a vibe and a stench, and I don't know if they'd even let them get a room. So again, Kiss My Ass is on the night. We do have some special guests with Rocket Fi, the Variegate team and founders, and AstroPAMP himself, who's been, I'm sure he's been extremely busy. Would like to say thanks to some of the other reps that we see in the house as well. We've got a true Variegate OG and Selena and Raider Queen. We do have rep from Odyssey Venture on as well. We see some Affinity that's in the house, and do want to say appreciate everybody else for joining us tonight. So again, another Variegate networking AMA. It is Thursday, August the 25th, and we do have special guest on the night, Kiss My Ass Coin, and we're going to get into the details. Very interested in hearing about this project. As always, please do not take this as financial advice. Do your own research. But we are here to have some fun, talk with Vicky, learn about her project, the goals, what they've got going on. We'll get AstroPAMP involved as well. As always, do want to say thanks to our monthly rewards. It's kind of switched up a little bit on us, but we're a little bit fluid with some relaunches and projects that are switching some things up. The good thing about our contract is we can just swap out an address and plug someone else that we have been networking with, or really the community requests. Right now we have on Sunday, we do have Clearwater. On Mondays, we do have the preferred on Mondays, Rocket Fi, Tuesday, Affinity, Wednesday, Block Blend, Thursday, DFS Mafia, Friday, the newer project, Bitburn Reflect, and then on Saturday, Bit Valley. So that's where we are currently, and we do have our current polls in place as well to determine the rewards for next month, and that will be going on for the next several days until we move into September. So looking forward to that. We do have Affinity, BUSDY, so AstroPAMP knows a little bit about that. DeFi Skeptic, well, we need to do something about DKYC. I think we should be able to put I think they're relaunching by September, so that should work out actually perfectly with a newly launched project, Doken, and one of our favorites, Rocket Fi as well. So hop onto our socials, make sure you get your votes in. New rewards coming here in about a week or so. So again, Vicky, thanks for being on the night. We do have several folks in here that are speakers, so let's get into the details. Where are the origins of Kiss My Ass Coin? When did you guys launch, and how'd you come up with the idea?
So Kiss My Ass launched on the 9th of August. It was a stealth launch. We did come up with the idea. I've been in the similar industry before, some time back, and I'm well aware of the revenue that actually flows into this industry. And I've been into crypto now for 2 years. And one of the things that I've noticed the most is that there's not enough people that understand how much more you can evolve crypto outside of memes and how you can actually use it in terms of business. So I come from a corporate environment. So it's like putting the two together, you're merging two things together and need a solution together with crypto. So people have been very, very narrow-minded about that. And the day came and I was actually planning another project. I was working on something else for 2 weeks and something just didn't feel right about that project. And I was sitting down and my mind just wandered back to a different industry. And the thought that came to mind in terms of the name, the first name that came to my mind was Kiss My Ass. And I decided to go into a route of making it fun, and make it enjoyable for people. And so I decided to launch it, and I initially locked it for 2 weeks just to see how would people accept it in crypto, Would it be well accepted? Would people engage with it? Would they turn a cheek away from it? And my gut feeling was right. It was something that they wanted, something that they needed, and it got its attention immediately within 24 hours. So and I've been loving it since. I mean, I sleep now 4 hours a day because I don't get enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're like one of the more active people I see. I assume you're asleep because I know the time changed, but then you're popping up in our Telegram and the Bitburn, obviously in your own. So very cool. And that's actually how I first spotted you, was you were just popping in the Bitburn Telegram, and you're very good at marketing yourself and marketing your project as well. So that caught my eye, went in there, liked the community, definitely has that same like busty vibe to it, obviously with a different part of the body, but very cool stuff going on in there.
And we enjoy having you there. You bring a lot of fun.
It's more psychological than busty, really. It's more of a mind game in there. It's more of a cerebral experience, and it's kind of fun.
Well, when you pair, I guess if this is the AMA where we're gonna, go off, go off tracks a little bit, it can be this one. But when you pair, sorry, Selena, I try to be respectful as possible usually, but when you pair boobs and ass, you usually, there's no failure. It's usually pretty successful. So Astro, I can see why you would be here, and you guys would be networking closely.
Well, yeah, I think that we're kind of the perfect, and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but we're kind of the perfect NFT marketplace for a project like that because of our branding and so forth. And yeah, Trader X is really good at kind of getting herself out there and getting in the right places. And she's been really dedicated to this project, and it's kind of this slow mooner where it's just kind of it's this little undiscovered gem. So if you still want to get into something where you can really top off a bag for just peanuts, really, it's a fun one because it's kind of just established this really strong price floor, and it's just kind of coiled up and ready to spring out of something like the NFTs that she's doing, which I'll let her get into. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one of them is going to use our auto staking contract, which is really cool because it buys back and burns some of the token, which is very powerful. Some people know me more from BitBurn Reflect, but the burn mechanism is just something that's not to be trifled with on any token. If you start burning supply at a significant rate, then number go up.
Slow moon, huh? Or are you really that witty, or was that by accident?
I'm going to take credit for it.
And I was gonna say too, like I just learned the other day, listening to one of the other AMAs, that Vicky has a degree in marketing, so that makes complete sense to me, the way that she's able to get people's attention. But that being said, I went in there too, just assuming that this was just some like ridiculous meme coin and everything, until I actually spoke to her personally, obviously through DMs and on voice chats too. And like, I've never met anyone so committed to a project. Like, she is just looking for ways to continue to grow the community, to grow obviously the holder base as well, and obviously to make the project be as successful as possible. So it's really awesome to see someone that into their project.
So to give you an idea, like a lot of people thought it was a Legion, and especially when they look at the logo, they go, oh, it's another meme, nothing too serious about it. But a lot of what I wanted to get, the reaction that I wanted to get, which I got, when it launched off and with the logo that we used, I heard from more than one person that the response was, what the F? And because of that logo, it actually got them to click and come and look. And it was exactly the reaction that I wanted. And then once you are in the Telegram, then you get to explore what it is actually about. If I had chosen anything else more formal, I don't think I would have been so much in your face as I am now.
Yeah, I mean, just from what I've seen so far, just being in your chat, seeing how you operate, I mean, again, this is not financial advice, but I'm just ready to, dive in face first. You know what I mean?
And just
You want to
eat
go
a
all the way
bag.
back?
Eat a bag of the ass.
Yeah, I need a fat bag that's.
He likes a fat bag. There's nothing wrong with a fat bag. And if you're going to get some ass token, is the ticker ASS. So you want a fat bag of ass.
Yeah, I had to mute that. So that's good. Yeah, I want a fat bag. I'm ready to dive in face first, and I'm loving it, and I'm loving it so far. Again, the website, enter if you dare. It's kissmyass.site. So make sure you guys check it out. Vicky, let's the what do you got going on behind the scenes in terms of, have you put together a team? Team is not a good word for it, but how many people do you have that's kind of networking together to make it happen, to make this ass coin
to grow the ass, really?
exactly? How many people is really working on developing ass?
Initially started off, it sounds like you're putting me through as some plastic surgery that we're going to develop as. Maybe we're doing a Brazilian pump or some sort, I don't know. So initially it started off with me. Within 24 hours, I had Astro sliding in my DMs. Together with Mona.
Like you do.
Your first DM was like classical. It was a GIF and it says, "I'm in your DM." I'm like, what the F? So that's how it started. And he was like very bullish. He was like, "I want your NFTs." Like, girl, did you hear me? Like, I want them. Like, he was not accepting no as an answer. And there were 2 other offers on the table. And obviously I had to analyze them all because it had to fit the message. You can mint NFTs anywhere, but it has to fit the whole message. It has to collaborate with the right image. And Astro's got it. His project's got what it needs. Like he says, it's the T's and the A's, or the A's and the T's, And so Astro was the first person that reached out to me. And then from there, I met with the whole core team. We've met with Emperor. And Emperor is going to be helping a lot in terms of the coding of the NFTs that we've decided to have, because there will be different utilities for each NFT that's going to be coming out. It's not just one NFT. And he's going to be also involved with the rest of the technology, because I need the NFTs to work 100%, no room for error. So Emperor from BitValley, he's going to be involved in that. In terms of pushing the coin, there is a strong community effort.
Well, you have to push the. Too many jokes. Go on. Sorry.
You're welcome to. You're welcome to. It's part of the fun.
Well, just as we're covering this, somebody just made a nice buy of 34 asses. So that was a nice purchase.
I don't look at the chart that much.
The cool thing about having Emperor, I noticed Emperor in the chat too before I DM'd you, Vicky, and I thought, wow, if Emperor is getting behind the ass, then I get the ass token, mind you. If Emperor is getting behind it, then I thought, well, this could be interesting, because at the end of the day, as we're launching, we're having our grand opening for NFT Marketplace, I think next week. And each contract that we're kind of launching is going to become one of our sort of stable contracts, a stable of contracts. And so a couple of the things Vicky's developing with their NFTs are going to become standard contracts on our marketplace. So we're going to make it really easy for people to mint NFTs and not just have a basic contract that gives you royalties or sends a lot of fees back to OpenSea or Rarible or Refinable or any of those. But it's going to be more custom kind of NFTs. The things that I think NFTs are going to really be doing in the future, things like a voucher that gives you access to something, which is one of the ones Vicky's doing. Of course, we have the auto staking, which is an NFT that generates and shares in revenue. What NFTs are going to become, we kind of want to make it easy. So if you wanted to start a collection, it's not really any more difficult than starting a social media profile. You need a banner image. You need a main logo. You need the NFT images themselves. But if you can fill out the information you need to fill up on a credit card application, say, it's just that simple. You're just typing information in fields. You don't really have to understand how the smart contracts are working in the background to make your NFT immutable and safe and universal. It just kind of happens in the background for you, because I think a lot of the people that are creating NFTs are more artistically bent. And the stumbling block for them is they have ideas, but they don't really know how to get into all the code. And if they went out and outsourced the code, you could end up getting an NFT that's a scam. And also, if you outsource the code, each NFT marketplace has to do a security audit on any contracts that are placed on their platform, which is a big delay. So if you try to get on OpenSea or one of these other platforms with any kind of contract that's unique, it's going to take them, they have to do pull orders and get their team to verify the code and all this stuff. So it's kind of an endless process. And if you don't have a lot of heat behind you, they're probably not even going to bother with you. But when people have unique ideas right now, NFT is a great place to do it because we don't mind generating the contracts, because then that becomes another category on our website and another pull down menu in the minting process, which is just going to give other people the ability to make collections and just kind of tailor make it. And they don't even have to understand what contract they're using. They just know, I want my NFT to do this. When we mint it, I want it to shuffle. I want it to come out of a mystery box. I want the NFT to have these traits. I want it to be auto staking. I want it to be in this category. It's a utility. It's a coupon. It's art. It's anime. It's entertainment, whatever category you want to be in. And then whatever parameters you set in the background, the marketplace just sort of channels you into the correct contract. So I think that's kind of the future of NFTs. It's like NFTs are basically like sausages and laws. You know, everybody loves sausages, but nobody wants to see it being made, you know?
Well, with BUSDY and Kiss My Ass Coin, I don't think there'll be any sausage talking here tonight. But you know, the utility, yeah, that sounds awesome, and that's the key. It's what everybody is really shooting for at the moment. Okay, now we've maybe moved past this phase for some. There are some very valuable NFTs that are out there that have come out in the last 2 years where you kind of wonder, okay, you know, is this just like a trading card type deal? It doesn't do anything. It's just rare, or it's worth a lot because there's rich and famous people that are promoting it. But now it's cool to see that we're getting into the phase where, okay, now let's make these things do something. If you hold this NFT, you know, you can do something with it.
Yeah, and we could get kind of deep with it too. Like, think about an NFT. Crypto is very abstract to a lot of people, but an image. Earlier, you were talking about memes. I believe in the power of memes. In fact, I've done like, you know, financial reviews of meme tokens, and so far the highest return on any investment in the 21st century has been meme tokens, believe it or not, and in crypto. And I think that the next evolution of that is going to be NFTs. And some of the stuff Batman and I are working on is actually going to be tokenizing NFTs in a way where they can be wrapped with a token inside of it for all kind, like staking protocols where you have to plug a wallet into a dApp and move numbers around, can be very intimidating to the uninitiated in crypto. But if you just have a cartoon character that pays you money and you don't really have to know what's going on under the hood, I think it's going to make it a lot more accessible for retail. NFTs this year are an $18 billion industry. Putting that in perspective, that's about a little more than a third of the video game industry, probably set to overtake the video game industry and all entertainment in the next 3 years, the NFT industry. And it won't surprise me at all if in the next major bull run, after the next halvening, you'll see the NFT market in general become larger than the total three right now, which is $1.02 trillion. I think that the NFT market's $1 trillion market. It will probably end up flipping silver in the next 3 years.
Yeah, and I love the fact that there's utility behind that. And Mike, I'll let you continue after. You know, with the utility in place, that's definitely a damn good start. I'm interested, you know, in the visuals of it. If you guys could give any hints, and then Mike, I'll let you roll. If you guys could give any hints on what these may look like, you know, what are the visuals like? Is it something that I could get behind and tap into my wallet? Do you know what I'm saying?
Trader X might have some ideas more than I. I mean, I've seen some pre-visuals, but Trader X is working on what the actual NFTs will look like.
Yeah, so I mean, part of our very lengthy meeting was, besides the utilities, we spoke about the visuals a lot. And the visuals are going to be Instagram safe, obviously, because it has to be okay from a legal point of view globally. And the community was very much involved in deciding the actual look of these NFTs, because they are the ones that are going to be holding it. You know, they're the ones that are going to have it in the wallet. They're going to be the ones using it. So the content that was chosen is that they want real artistic photography. And we're looking at your black and white with a little bit of color here and there, maybe a little bit of lace. There will not be full 100% nude. So look at your Instagram safe, but artistic. It's tasteful. That's the best way that I can describe it to you. It's very, very tasteful. So, and that's exactly what Kiss My Ass is about. It's tasteful content for people that want their privacy. And the NFT will be giving you that as well.
Tasteful, huh?
Tasteful.
I got to ask real quick. So when you say tasteful, is it something my wife will approve of? Or is it something okay, perfect.
Yeah, if you look at the website, you can see everything's done tastefully on there. There's no spammy kind of porn looking stuff. But I was gonna say, before Astro made a comment, and I thought that he may have been spying in on some of our developer calls there with some of the stuff he's got in mind. But I know you weren't on those calls, Astro. So just great minds think alike, I think.
Oh, you're just talking in terms of NFT utility?
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely, and we can collaborate on that too. It's basically, if I look at it if NFTs are going to be the next gold rush, I don't know where to go dig for gold, but I do know that you're going to need a shovel and a pickaxe, so that's what I'm going to sell.
Yeah, so our NFTs will be very different. Our NFTs will actually give you business solutions. And that's exactly where we've gone with Astra and with Emperor. So NFTs will be taking over from an ecosystem to a business. So we'll be merging crypto, business, future, all in all together. So the utilities will be extremely different.
And I was going to say too, Vicky, the other thing I think someone just popped it into your Telegram before, and it reminded me that Vicky is KYC'd. And that being said, too, I'm pretty sure it's a year your LP is locked up for right now.
Yeah, it's 1 year.
But when I hear that it's locked up for a year, that just makes me want to get a little more ass, to be honest, ass token.
There's actually 2 locks. The second lock is 2 years.
That's twice as much ass.
Hey, Trader X, can I get you to back that up and talk about the token itself? Is it a reflecting token, etc.?
No, it is not a reflecting token. It's actually a very limited supply token. There's only 10,000 AS that's been minted. The tax is 9.9. So you've got 2% that adds to liquidity, 2% goes to dev, and 5% goes to marketing.
Cool. So if I wanted to smack that, is there going to be staking for the token itself?
Well, Ash, are you talking about the NFT now?
No, the token itself.
No, the token is not going to be staking, but the NFTs are going to start doing something for you towards the token.
Well, I'll tell you something that we're working on, Vicky, which I haven't even told you about yet, is Batman and I are working on an auto staking contract that's going to allow you to force multiply your profit sharing in NFTs by loading the NFT with tokens. And you basically will stake your NFT with some token, and say you've got a collection of 10,000 that are selling for $25 a piece. That's $250,000 in revenue if the collection sells out. I'm using the Growback collection we have for our grand opening as an example. Now that's going to be just an auto staking contract where you obviously want to buy the NFT early, because as those sell, you're sharing in the profits, right, by holding the NFT. But what if you could get a larger share of the profits by loading the NFT with some tokens that are effectively locked up, but they're giving you a bigger proportion of NFT sales as the NFT collection sells out, and then your token goes up in value because the NFT is buying back and burning the chart, and your proportion of the profit sharing from the sales of the NFT is larger based on how many tokens you stake inside the NFT, which is kind of a cool way to do it.
So when I was in Batman's Telegram the other day, he was very bullish about the NFTs, and he did mention a quick glance of the order staking. But I didn't have the time to dig in with him because he's very bullish on the
Vicky,
order staking.
it's pretty complicated stuff. I mean, we honestly have a math modeler where the sort of macroeconomics of these auto staking NFTs, but it's actually groundbreaking. It's groundbreaking sort of NFT contract technology. I mean, we're going to be right at the edge of what a Solidity contract can do, and nothing could possibly be newer or more state of the art because it's not even going to be done until like Saturday.
Maybe you can share with him about Pulse Chain as well.
Oh yeah, NFT is the first NFT marketplace on Pulse Chain. So actually, as far as I know, we're still the only NFT marketplace on Pulse Chain testnet. I know we minted the first NFTs on Pulse Chain testnet, and what we're doing, like with the BUSDY Founders NFTs, is if you get a Founders NFT on BSC, we're also just going to drop a Pulse Chain Founders NFT right on your head. Our Founders NFTs give you a share of the profits for the marketplace as long as you hold the NFT. And Vicky might want to do this. I know Growbat's doing this. We're encouraging all of our BSC collections to just airdrop a free Pulse Chain NFT as soon as Pulse Chain goes live. So your holders will also, if you want to do it this way, get a free Pulse Chain NFT. And you go, well, why is that bullish? Well, if you love Richard Hart, if you're a detractor of Richard Hart, the one thing you can't argue with is $14 billion of cryptos were sacrificed to PulseX and Pulse Chain. And that's going to be a very bullish narrative. And it's basically a clone of the whole of the EVM compatible ecosystem. If you haven't taken a deep dive on Pulse Chain, it's worth taking a dive into. And we just feel it's really bullish to be, if you can get somewhere that's going to be popular first and have the first utility on that chain in a category, it's just extremely bullish, I think.
Yeah, their website, kissmyass.site is the website. I love how it asks you to verify that you're 18 to enter. I do love that. That makes people want to, get into it even more. And this
every
first
14-year-old wants in now.
We're going to have all of the teenagers in this project now. If it says you can't come in unless you're this age, they're going to be there. I just want to ask if I can read, this first paragraph that's on this website. Is everybody cool with that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So as soon as you get in here, you have a very attractive woman, kiss my ass, XOXO, and then we've got, nothing is more beautiful than her ass. The movement of her hips and that soft, tender skin that surrounds her sexy, perfectly shaped ass. A part of a woman's body admired and loved by all, which one can never get enough of. Kiss My Ass is a community of fun and passionate members that admire, enjoy, and respect the beauty of a great ass and cannot get enough ass. $ass, as in the token, and ass in general, while sharing experiences and most wanted desires that'll make you lose your mind to nothing more soothing than the feeling of the warmth of a woman's curvaceous ass. The sexiness, the mystery, the curviness, and the lust for more is what will keep you coming back for more. A decentralized payment portal to gain access to the best pleasure content. Kiss My Ass is built on the Binance Smart Chain. I just felt like I had to read that.
All right, I just have to say right now, with you just reading that out loud, I felt, number one, I was having somebody read me a romance novel, and then also like a lullaby to you would read to a kid. There were certain points back and forth you were going there. Very nicely done.
It had a 50 Shades of Grey kind of tawdriness, yet with that innocence that's still Jejune.
Astro gets it. Well done.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take that audio recording and just so we could put my kids to bed with that now.
I think we need a live reading in the Motel 6 at some point, because that could get us, if we're wound up at the end of a long day.
Well, it wasn't really hard for me to read that without messing up, but I thought I was going to. But yeah, this no shit. We say not financial advice. It really does make me want to go buy some more. I don't know why. I scroll down and the we don't have dates for the roadmap. We've got first base, second base, third base. I guess fourth base. I don't know is home. Is home plate 1 billion market cap? I don't know. We've got hips, thighs, warmth, and pleasure here. This is absolutely genius. So, I don't know what Vicky's doing to us. I think she might be hypnotizing us with.
That's the first thing I noticed.
Ass.
She's going to use some language techniques on you in her writing and presentation, but it's actually quite bullish, because I'm telling you, people are sleeping on this ass. They are. It's a sleeper. It's a slow mooner. And as it goes along, there's a certain thing that happens, I think, when a token gets to be like 30 days old even. Suddenly you're like invincible in a certain way, because in a space where everything dusts within 72 hours, the survivors are the ones that are building, the ones that are still low cap, that just have that continued growth, and that are innovating and doing something cool. I think that I just think it's an undervalued right now. It's a good buy zone.
I think it's also because a lot of people are used to seeing the same thing over and over again, and they can't picture, how do you merge crypto and real business together? So, and that's why it is where it is currently in the market cap. They're wanting to see, how are you going to do it? But once it's done, and we've deployed those contracts and the NFTs and the platforms start opening up, that's when you're going to see the rush in, because then they get the visual. Right now, they're not seeing the visual, if you know what I mean.
Well, definitely interested in the visuals, and I know we've discussed the NFTs extensively. Two other things I would like to get into as we're moving in on 50 minutes here, but definitely enjoying discussing AS. Let's get into. We don't have to. We're not going to spend 30 minutes on it, but briefly, what if we were to enter your merchandise store, what type of items will we find there?
So you will be looking at items like lingerie, accessories, sexiness, latex, anything that you could possibly wish for. And what you must remember, you're going to be paying in a very discreet way, and it's sent off to you. The NFTs will also be used towards a coupon. So how it would happen is, if you use the one NFT, you would get a specific percentage as a discount. If you also hold tokens, together with it, you get an extra discount on your purchase. So you have the benefits of actually having the NFT and the tokens together for an additional discount on your purchase.
I suggested an item for the store, and I don't know if it's not classy enough, but I thought, because it's crypto, maybe a blockchain themed set of anal beads could be something to think about. Something to think about.
That falls under accessories.
Or yeah, even just as a novelty, as a gift. What do you get the guy who has everything, who's rich in crypto? Well, he probably doesn't have a blockchain themed set of anal beads.
Astro, when we launched Variegate, I never would have imagined the words anal beads would be on one of our AMAs. But if you would have told me, back in February, hey, that those words would be mentioned on your AMAs, I would say, with my best Donald Trump, he's not here with us tonight, unfortunately, but in his accent, it would be bullish, just like Just like my great papa said,
Well,
it would be very bullish.
exactly.
In your AMA, okay? It would be
You never know where
my
this
great
is going
papa.
to take you. You look at Richard Hart, started out as a sex toy salesman running an online company years ago, and he started accepting payments in Bitcoin. That's how Richard Hart collected so much Bitcoin when it was under $10, really. And that led him to Hex, which became a multi-billion-dollar mega successful crypto, and then that led him to Pulse Chain, which, love him or hate him, what started as a dildo collection turned into a green dildo barrage. And we're kind of in the 21st century now, where a lot of the times we get a little squeamish about things that really, why are we getting squeamish? Is it because kind of our parents maybe would have, or our grandparents would have? And when we're honest with ourselves about the culture we live in, we kind of almost are at that point where we kind of need to lighten up a little bit, especially in crypto, because that's part of the fun.
Well, I'll tell you, my great papa, he would have said that anal beads were very hip. Okay, they might have found a pair in Mar-a-Lago after the FBI investigation.
That's
Okay.
what you keep in the safe. You keep that in the safe.
That's actually exactly what they were looking for. They found them. They were Bill Clinton's that I stole from the White House.
I
Okay.
like your Trump. It's a little bit like Kermit the Frog doing a Trump.
Yeah. When I listened back on this, I'm like, damn, that was awful. But yeah, and that's going to be, and that's you ask yourself, guys, how can you get your women or wife? Women obviously are into crypto, but I think there's a lot more work that we need to do to make it more female friendly. And I think some of the females would agree with that. I have noticed over the last several years, you're starting to see more women come around, and that's definitely a good thing. Uh, this is a project that you could show your wife. I try not to open the chat near her because she'll think negatively about me trying to watch something or look at something. But after you explain it to her and show the merchandise store and how it correlates with crypto and how they integrate with each other, I think that's definitely an interesting way of going about it. So definitely interested in looking into the merchandise store and what that's like. And I'll let Mike ask his
No,
question here, and I've got kind of the final thing that I'm interested in asking about.
no, I was going to say it's not even a question. It's just one of those things where you just have to explain, like you're trying to do research for your AMAs. You know what I mean? Like you need to know who you're going to be talking to. But that being said, too, I will say between BUSDY, their Telegram, and in Kiss My Ass, like I actually see more women active on both of those Telegrams than I do men. And the women are posting the majority of the pictures half the time, too. Especially Trader X. She is 100% guilty of that.
Yeah, but by the way, that's one of the revelations to me about all this, because I kind of thought, well, we better keep things pretty tame because, we don't want to be seen as those guys. And before I knew it, there was a large group of women involved in the project, and their gifts pushed the envelope. If anything, I'm the one in DMs going, I don't know about the one where they're washing the car. Maybe we got to ease up on that one.
The woman actually come in and say, like, let us show you how to have some fun, and we just let it go.
Yeah, and I think the best way to go is just to kind of, I always say this in real life too, to my friends that are dating and things. I say, women are the gas and men are the brakes. But usually guys play it where they just hit the gas and try to pursue. It's better to hang back and have your foot on the brake a little and let the female see how far she wants to take things. And then you can kind of just go, oh, this is interesting.
I don't find that entirely true. Okay. I've had very many techniques over the years, the best techniques, the greatest. Okay, I'm
Okay,
done.
I want you to read the introduction again. I want you to read the introduction again of the website. We will share experiences with you. So come over to our Telegram and we will teach you how to do it.
It is true, though, when you're running a project, you have to check your Telegram constantly. And it's kind of nice to see something, ballyhoo, if you will, is always fun, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, 100%. It definitely makes it I don't know if feel welcoming is the right words, but definitely not opposed to being there. The last thing let's get into as we move into an hour here with, again, Kiss My Ass Coin. We do have Vicky on the night, August 25th. Appreciate everybody being on the call. Let's get into the Gentleman's Lounge. Let's explain that. And, is there a correlation with the token? What exactly is that? And how would you explain it to somebody that really has, no idea about the project?
So the Gentleman's Lounge, I'm going to tell you that there are two parts about Kiss My Ass. So it's not just about providing you content and providing you with NFTs and providing you with a token, but it's also there to provide you with privacy when you access this information. So it's a 2-in-1. Because a married guy cannot just go online and swipe his credit card, punch in his credit card, get his statement that says you've been on this website and that website. Your missus will not be very happy with you. If you are a person, say you're an influencer, politician, somebody of high status, same, you got to hand over your bank statements to somebody to do your tax. You can't have certain transactions that are reflecting, but there are things that you want. So that's exactly the solution that we provide, that with crypto, you're able to access information, which is ultimately safe in terms of confidentiality. You will not see who else is logged in online. There is none of that content, so you cannot speak to another member or access another member's profile or anything like that. It's just for you to be alone in your space and enjoy the content. So there'll be obviously different types of content that's going to be available on there, from stills to GIFs to videos. And obviously everything will be discreet, everything will be tasteful. It will not be your Pornhub that is available everywhere else. We're looking at much high class and pleasure. Yeah, what you look for in a woman, in a very respectful way, but still enjoying it.
So will that content be just in video? Could it eventually evolve into where this is a person to person, and then could you potentially tie that into the VR aspect?
So we're going to start that off initially with videos and stills, your images and your GIFs. As it evolves, okay, members, I'm all up for development. So if members are wanting to have a one-on-one, we did discuss in our last meeting regarding booking certain content, with performers. So that is something that we're going to be looking into, and possibly having a different area for people that want to engage with other people. But that will be up to the individuals. But that takes away now the confidentiality part. So you will have to be open to that. So it is an ongoing development phase, and it will continue developing. You have to adapt according to your needs, to the consumer's needs. If you block it and you're not listening, it's going to stop. So we're going to do things in phases.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of potential there. Just it casts a wide net with what you can do with the token, if that makes sense. You can take that Kiss My Ass coin and you can do a ton with the things that you have relayed tonight. Well, if it's NFTs, the Gentleman's Lounge, merchandise. I mean, it's a huge market that I think others have tried to accomplish, but they haven't quite. We've seen Moon maybe the benefit of a bull market, but I mean, I think, I guess simply put, I think you're onto something.
I think there was a gap between real life events, and real content and real merchandise. And that's what I want to fulfill, and then obviously sharing the success with the people that are involved, which is the third part of the NFT. So the third part of the NFT is your founder's NFT, which then gives you profit sharing into the membership of people that are actually buying the yearly membership into the lounge. So that would be bringing you in ongoing income.
So not only do you have things that people enjoy, people joke about having two different lives, right? You have your normal everyday life, and then you have your crypto life. So you have your friends that you see in person every day, and then you hop on Telegram, and hell, for some of us, we talk to the people on Telegram more than we do in real life. So you're really bridging what people love in their real life, and then now you can bring that into their crypto life. It just seems like a pair, kind of like with AstroPAMP and BUSDY, kind of partnering with Kiss My Ass. I don't know if that's maybe the right word, but just seems like a great pair and a great gap to fill, like you mentioned.
Well, yeah, we with the NFT marketplace, we're always going to put, sort of a little back into promoting our partners. That if you're going to launch a collection on the marketplace, we're going to jump in AMAs with you. We're gonna do what we can to, sometimes I joke, but in a way, Busty is like a go-go dancer for fintech and breakthrough technologies. And a lot of people, I think, sometimes will say, like, what is this? It's kind of a cartoon. What is this? But that's kind of a little bit of a disarming illusion, because underneath the hood, we're sort of doing, like I said, a lot of the innovative stuff. But I think to get people to pay attention to it, where crypto is such an immature space, you actually want to do some, the right amount of controversy isn't zero. And yet at the same time, the wrong amount of controversy is like 100%. Like earlier, we were here the other day with Bitburn Reflect, and this scandal that's breaking with the OG Bitburn today and Blockbusters. If you haven't seen that website that came out, there's that's the wrong amount of controversy. What's going on with the Safe Moon guys, and there's some tweets out there about that. If you check in with the Bitburn Telegram group and check the pins, someone made a website that kind of outlined all the blockchain transactions and this whole sort of web that goes back to Safe Moon and all of this kind of like all the connections between these kind of scammy tokens. That's the wrong kind of controversy. That's a horrible, really just robbing people. But if you titillate people, if you kind of maybe antagonize them a little bit with some edge, that's actually the right amount of controversy. We kind of live in a post Paris Hilton world, where nobody really knew who Paris Hilton was until she, made a video with her boyfriend. And then after that, she's this mainstream entity in like $1 billion perfume business. We're just sort of in that era now where if you don't do something that kind of gets people's attention, then you're just sort of roadkill. And crypto's no different. I think the meta of all these kind of cutesy pie dogs and cats with anything that ends in you or any of that, it's sort of over. And the new meta is going to be kinds of people with a marketing background, people like TraderX, people like myself that kind of come from the marketing world. We're going to kind of take things that can be marketed and then team up with people that are blockchain innovators. And I think that that's going to kind of be the next horizon.
Yeah, and it's
And it's the
awesome that
uniqueness. You got to be unique, because if you're unique, nobody can actually copy you, if it makes sense, because they will never know your next move. If you're going to be just another dog, just another cat, you're looking at just another reflection. You're looking at just another scam, to be honest. So the uniqueness of, like, if you look at AstroPAMP and going on to Pulsion, that is the uniqueness of his, of his business. If you look at mine, the uniqueness is bringing in the confidentiality together with a solution and a product that people want. People can see it. And remember one thing, that you don't have to love what you see in content or what I'm offering, but if you love money, you want the third option of the NFT. You don't have to be in the Telegram. You don't have to be on the website. Just hold that NFT and let me make money for you. That's all. You don't have to look at the content. You got to have a business mind. Invest your money in where you're going to get money back.
So I think what she's saying is, instead of spending money on ass, you can make money on ass. That is what you call inversion of reality. And that is the essence of crypto.
Yeah, I think, my mind is trying to wrap my head around that, and it's blown, at this point. But no, we're going over an hour. Again, we had Kiss My Ass coin on the night with special guests AstroPAMP from BUSDY and Adam with Rocket Fi. We've got the Variegate crew here. We've several guys on. We have reps from Affinity, Odyssey Venture, Raider Token. Now we've got Rick with Nobility in the house. We had DFS Mafia hop in earlier. So again, appreciate all the support in this Unite DeFi movement. And it was really interesting hearing, just again, on the surface, you say, when you look at a project and it says Kiss My Ass coin, and you go, okay, but you've already accomplished one thing. Okay, it's gotten my attention. It's not another dog in you bullshit, that things that we've been seeing over and over and over again, and you know how it's going to play out. So number one, okay, it's got my attention. Okay, let's look into it. And then you hop in the Telegram and you see ass, and you go, okay, I'm here to stay. Why would I delete this Telegram? But then you learn about the utilities and the plans the project has to offer. And I think the last hour that we've had, we've started with some good ass related music, but we learned a lot, and I think we learned some good things about what this project has to offer. I think Vicky is hardworking. She relates. She's getting 4 hours of sleep a night, and I definitely feel her. I don't feel her. This is not the right AMA to say that, but I feel that. No, well, I don't know if that's the right thing to say either, but I feel that ass. I feel that ass is is going to work hard, and they're going to grind on. Okay, I don't know these words.
Well, you don't want to miss it. I'll tell you, this is a true story. I'll never forget. I used to look at coin market cap for the newly listed coins before I found my way down here, like a year plus ago. And I'll never forget seeing a newly listed coin called Cum Rocket, which must have hit coin market cap at like a $400,000 market cap. And I rolled my eyes and I said, Cum Rocket, you've got to be kidding me. I can't buy something called Cum Rocket. Needless to say, whatever, $200 million later, you're going, the next thing I see that gets my attention, that kind of rings that bell, I'm just going to buy it.
And here we are. Is that what you're saying?
Well, more or less, but it was also kind of a revelation to me. It's such a noisy space that how do you get above the noise? There's lots of different ways to do it, and everybody's going to have their own brand identity. But when your brand identity is kind of frisky, like Busty, then we're able to have some friskier partnerships with even a token that might even be friskier than we are. But at the same time, the fun thing about being Busty is if we do something with a project, no one's going to go, well, that tarnishes your brand. It's like, well, our brand is kind of boobs and BUSD rewards, and some people bother to notice that we're dealing with some fintech, but at the end of the day, I think that is where things are going in the world of marketing cryptos. I think you're actually going to see a lot more very serious projects take on a meme type of angle. I think gone will be the days of projects that don't have a mascot, if you will, because it's just so much easier to brand around a mascot, even if it's innocent. Like what's Disney without Mickey Mouse? Why is Disney so much more popular than something like Revolution Studios or any of these other big production companies that nobody's really heard of? Well, because Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, and you replace Mickey Mouse with a nice ass, and it's a recipe for success.
If you look at the bottom of the website and all those logos and the title that we used.
Hey, I like that. Associates. Yeah, that's I like that. Hey,
Also,
let's
don't forget to go on the treasure hunt, because Vicky keeps telling people she's in the phase pictures there. She's doxed herself, doxed her ass on there. That's what she let everyone know.
Yeah, and I like the disclaimer at the bottom of the website too. It says, if you think we're scamming you, kiss my ass. No, I'm just joking. It doesn't say that.
So, Vicky, what's next for your ass?
Well, you booked my ass, that's for sure. After that, man, you've already booked my ass.
That's right.
After that, yeah, that's for the first NFT to come out. Obviously, we're going to be doing my focus in marketing is more AMAs. So that would be, that focus as well to educate people, because I find it extremely hard to share my mind through a website. And people are lazy at reading, let's be honest. I just want to see pictures. But so I'm on a roadshow on AMAs to explain the business more and to actually get the right investor in, an investor that will hold, an investor that wants to make money long term. So that is the focus for the next couple of weeks while I'm going to be building the merch store.
Definitely awesome. So again, appreciate everybody being on the call tonight. Kiss My Ass Coin. You guys make sure you check it out. Join their Telegram. Their Telegram is t.me/kissmyasscoin. Make sure you guys join. Definitely a ton potential here. I love what you guys have going on. Would like just to give a quick second if anybody in the crowd does have a question. Give them an opportunity to come up and ask anything they may have on their mind. We'll give a quick question if anybody wants to come up, or if Adam, Matt, or Mike, if you guys have any input to add, or if Rick, if you have anything, you guys are welcome to come up.
Rick's got to have something.
We'll see if he does here. I'm kind of interested if Rick owns ass myself, or if he has any ass.
That's a good question to ask the guys in the BSC. Just ask them if they're getting any ass.
Yeah, Rick, are you getting any ass, man? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm getting some.
That could be a new ad slogan. Ass token. Get some. I like that. Just get some.
Hey, that's brilliant.
I'm sorry I missed this AMA. I just saw the title and I knew I had to jump in here.
Oh man, so you missed Josh giving the speech, reading off the Kiss My Ass website?
I missed it all.
All right, good thing it'll be available to replay.
There was a space I think that Metabolic was doing one time, and they had like 14, 15 people in there, and they changed the title to Sex in the Metaverse. They kept that space open for 4 hours, and it got filled with people.
That's good. That's good technology. I like that.
Yeah.
From now on, every VC, every AMA, I'm just going to make the name something really sexual and abrasive.
It works, man.
Well, it worked. Yeah. I mean, you saw the name and you were like, I want to get in there. And that's exactly, what I wanted, the reaction that I wanted.
I heard him just talk about Cum Rocket. I think when I came in last year, my friend was trying to get me into Porn Rocket, and just looking at the market cap, and I haven't looked at it in a while, but I was just like, how the heck have they gotten such a high market cap? And we thought about reaching out to them just to host the AMA, just because of the amount of eyeballs that it would bring to the project.
When you can always reach out to me for an AMA.
Yeah, my DMs are open. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Rick is trying to get him some ass. I feel like I can feel it. AstroPAMP, he's already got him some ass, and now here comes Rick.
Oh man, this is being recorded too.
I
just noticed that.
Then let's slide their asses in my DMs.
No, I feel like this was one of my favorite AMAs, and Variegate has probably done 40, honestly, in about 2.5 months at this point. But, we had fun. We learned a lot about Kiss My Ass Coin. Seems like a great project with, again, a ton of potential. And that's what we want to do at Variegate, is continue to spread the word about great BSE projects. I feel like we have a Unite DeFi movement going on to where if you're a scammer in this space, or if you're launching something just to rug pull somebody, you're getting blackballed, and you're not going to be able to do a whole lot with the movement that we've got in place. So again, I would like to thank Vicky with Kiss My Ass Coin for being on the night. I would like to thank Adam with Rocket5 for being here. I'd like to thank AstroPAMP BUSDY for being here. I'd like to thank the Variegate team. Appreciate Rick for hopping on as well. We did have reps from Affinity, DFS Mafia, True DeFi Skeptic, Odyssey Venture, and the list goes on and on. I do want to thank everybody for being on the night. Again, as always, shout out to our rewards for August. That is Rocket5, Affinity, Block Blend, DFS Mafia, Bitburn Reflect currently, Bit Valley this Saturday, and Clearwater on Sundays. Make sure you guys hop in the Variegate Telegram and place your vote for the September rewards. We already have those determined. We're just looking at the order now. Rocket5 is called Monday, regardless what happens. That's cool with us. We love getting some reflections in Rocket5, as well as all of the other great projects that we partner with and network with. So again, we want you to learn about these solid BSC projects and Kiss My Ass Coin. With everything that they've got going on, you can definitely own the bear market by buying Kiss My Ass Coin. I want to say thanks for everybody being on tonight. You'll be able to find this recording at all of your favorite places to listen to your favorite podcast, whether if it's YouTube, or if it's Spotify. Obviously, you can come back onto Twitter and listen. It's on Amazon Music. It's on the variegate.com website. Again, thanks everybody for being on tonight. Kiss My Ass Coin, Vicky. Thank you for being on the night. We'll let you, maybe get some rest. You might stay up and stay grinding. But again, thanks for being on the night. And until we speak again, looking forward to seeing how you develop. And I think I'm going to have to go grab me some ass.
Thanks for having us, and thanks everybody, and thanks Mark for ongoing support on the DMs. Yeah, we look forward to some great results coming through in the next couple of weeks.
Very cool stuff.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a great
Thanks,
night.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Everybody have a great night. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.